Hi, everybody, and yes, I know it seems kind of weird that a few days ago I made a video discussing how I really don't like Starbreeze and everything, and it kind of looks hypocritical, which on some level probably is, but I thought I would cover this just because, you know, Payday's still a thing on this channel, and until the game is officially done, then, yeah. Anyways, so for whatever weird reason, I remembered that today, funny enough, that Overkill Payday 2 was going to be a couple years old. I think 5 years old, maybe 6 years old now. I can't remember. But on August 13th. Now, for the past couple of years, August 13th for Overkill hasn't been special that much. They've released a few masks, a song, and a few other things, but nothing really too special. But for whatever weird reason, Overkill has decided to do the Icebreaker event, which they do have a thing over here, which we'll go to in a second. It's actually, hold on, don't look at that yet. I probably should do this first. It wasn't that far off. Yeah, it was right next to Killing Floor. Anyways, so first of all, let's work on the website. Now, there is no song. Oh, there is a song. Let's listen to it for a bit. Sounds very it sounds like a lower class No Mercy. Like, you remember, like, in like what was the sun, or not the sun, the song, Code Silver, sorry. I'm eating ramen for at least for the real first time, because I'm not a huge fan of ramen. Anyways, so it sounds kind of like the like an updated, like, stealth of it. Let's see here. Can I? Yes, I can. I can't open it in a new tab without you guys seeing it. I'm gonna look up Code Silver. Code Silver. Stealth. Doesn't it kind of sound like it a bit? No, I guess not at all. I don't know, it sounds similar to it, like that same kind of atmosphere and everything. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Anyways, so let's click on the Icebreaker thing here. Welcome. You are hereby invited to a strict black tie auction. I think that's what that says. In a classic mansion in New England. The exact location will not be disclosed prior to the actual date due to the sensitive nature of the items being auctioned. If you wish, a driver can be provided to pick you up in Boston, whereby you will be transported to and from the mansion. At the mansion, you will be treated to beverages and smaller dishes before the auction, which begins at 9 p.m. After the auction, you are free to remain in the mansion and socialize until you feel ready to depart. So it really doesn't give us any clues as to what's going on here. But it takes place in New England, and there's a figure over here. Now, I don't think that's John Cleese. I don't think that's the John Cleese character. We could inspect the website for any data here. You know, any little neat bits. I'm pretty sure people could go through the code better than I can. But let's go through sources. Overkill Media. Ooh, cold as ice. Look at that. Cold as ice. So these are like the full pictures. These are the different icons. And there's the logo and everything. Plugins. Themes. And I'm pretty sure this doesn't have to do with anything, but still. The fact that it's called Cold as Ice is kind of, I don't know, it's interesting. I can't think of anything at the moment, because the last heist that, you know, from Pay the Heist will be, No Mercy. So, I mean, I don't know. Ice event, there hasn't been really too many heists that have to do with ice as like a main theme, so. Not that I remember. So, moving on from that, there's also a few discounts, obviously for Pay 2 Ultimate Edition, it's 80% off. And then for the regular game, which is kind of weird, is also 50% off. I don't know how that quite works, because I thought there was just the Ultimate Edition, not the regular game, but I could be wrong. And then there's just Pay the Heist, which is at a discount. Now, I don't know if all the DLCs are at a discount. I could check, but... And discounts live until August 19th. So... there really isn't much to talk about, and I was debating whether or not to actually talk about this this little update thing until like tomorrow. But we're gonna head on over to the Payday 2 Reddit here for a second. Icebreaker event. Cryptic image by Overkill over at Instagram. And so this image just looks like a bunch of ice. Here, let me show you. It's a bunch of ice here. That's what they're trying to decode. I don't think there will be too much on the new event due to it just coming out. Yeah, we all know it's that guy. Yeah, I don't think there is too much about the thing. I guess that really isn't a huge deal now, since the event is called Icebreaker. I'm like, oh look, it's called Cold as Ice. Sorry, this isn't a really good whole analysis. Anyways, so the part that I actually wanted to talk about was these 5 days. Now, it isn't going to be like the bigger events where, you know, it's like, I think 2 weeks or something, maybe like a full-on week. It's just like, you know, 5 days. Which, honestly, in my mind, I think this might be one of the better events. Not to say that the whole like summer event, the one, the conspiracies, the one where it's like, you know, where we've revealed a bunch about Kento and we lost Bane. I don't think it's going to be one of, well, we lost Bane a while ago, but you know what I mean. Anyways, I don't think it's going to be big as one of those events, but I think it will be just as good due to there not being so many days, which they could release much more content and more time to maybe mess around with it. I don't know. But let's take a bite out of my ramen. That's okay. Anyways, so we got day 1 over here. Now, day one, it's just like a mask. It's just a mask. But it's not any of the masks, at least when they reveal masks that I've seen. I could be wrong. But this has me speculating of other things, maybe. Because Dallas is wearing a very kind of odd suit. A suit that we've never really seen before. I mean, I imagine the Payday gang have worn different suits over the trailers. I mean, I could go and look, but that'd take forever. But you know, it just seems kind of odd. But of course, it could be for the event. But day one, usually they release masks or something. Usually on day one or day two or one of the later dates. But it being on the first day, I'm hoping it might be a bit more than just masks. I'm hoping, or I'm at least speculating on three things. The one thing that I'm really hoping will be at the end. The first one is just masks, which I really don't give a damn about, but they could be good-looking masks, you know. Wouldn't really change my opinion of which mask I use, but, you know, nonetheless, just something that the art designers could play around with. My second theory is it could be a new character. Now, I don't have any concrete evidence for this, because, I mean, there really isn't a point to add a new character at this point. I mean, we've had so many, and at this point, the game is coming to its last year or so, I think. But I don't think there will be too much to really work on. For a new character, really add one. Unless they add Joy from the Switch version, which people are still wondering when that's going to be released. Because they did say that Joy would show up at some point. But we don't know that for sure. Or my third theory, and then with the one that I really want, is because of this suit, I'm thinking that they might finally add some sort of suit customization. I feel like suit customization should have been a thing from the very beginning of this game. And if not, then they should definitely do it for Payday 3. Because, while yes, it is nice to have the mask and everything to customize, I feel like a suit will add another sort of, feature. Sort of just adding another effect to the character. You know, playing as yourself, you know. Being the heister that you want to be. You pick your mask and you pick your suit colors, you know, tie, whatever. You know, you do whatever. I think that would be a very cool feature for them to do at some point. So I'm really hoping that that might be for the first day. Now, the second day is probably the most confusing at this time for me. And look how professional I am. I didn't turn off the whole messages thing. Oh, well. Anyways, the second day, it's just a drink with looks like to be sort of maybe a lemon or a lime. You know, one of the more fancy or more well-known little things to add onto a drink. So I have no idea what that could be about. Could be a consumable, maybe a new thing for the safe house. I really have no idea what it's for. Maybe a private event that Overkill will be hosting. Maybe a stream. I have no idea. The stream theory is kind of unlikely, but that's only because on day 4 there's literally the Twitch logo. But day 2 right now, I'm either thinking it's a consumable or something for the safe house. You know, something around those lines. Day 3 is a heist. A new contract, and will be the only one for this entire event. Which is kind of interesting, of why they would leave it kind of third, and then, you know, not last. I think that would actually be a good way to release the heist, is for it to be in the middle. That way, if they need to fix bugs real quick, they can do it on day 4 and day 5. Release little patches. So, I really have no idea what the heist could be. I mean, they're referencing a lot of ice and kind of James Bond-esque type things. So I'm thinking it might be... I don't think it's going to be a 2-day, but if it is, then it'll most likely be stealth on the first day and loud on the second day. But if it's a one-day heist, I'm feeling more towards stealth, or it could be stealth and loud. Just gonna have to wait and see. Again, it is currently, you don't see it, but it's the 9th right now. Oh, there you go. You can see it now. August 9th. So it's in a few days. So they still have time to work on these things while they're getting all the event. You know, they still have time to get everything ready. So they're probably still trying to work on patches and everything. Now, in a few days or in a couple hours, there could be a trailer, which I'll either cover tomorrow. On day 4, they're obviously going to do a Twitch stream. That's nothing new. That's usual overkill business. But day 5 is probably the most interesting one. It has to do with hostages. Now, this could obviously be, I mean, it's the hostage logo. It could be, you know, dealing with maybe they're making a hostage update or something. And I feel like that's, I don't know, it could happen just because that's how overkill rolls. But it could have a deeper meaning, which in terms of maybe there's more information about Bane, because technically he is a hostage in this current situation. So it could be more information about what's going on with Bane at the end of the event. But that's really about it. There's no other info right now. Oh, there's a little thing here that doesn't do anything. But yeah. So that's really about it. There is this on the side here, which I guess I can read. It's time to break the ice. Heisters, since the summer feels a bit different, at least weather-wise, therefore we use the AC in our office to stay cool and create something out of the ordinary for you. Like never before, we decided to have a small event this summer. We don't plan to make this event an annual thing just like Spring Break or Crime Fest. Enough small talk. Stack up on fans for your gaming corner this weekend, because next week it's Icebreaker time. Like Spring Break and Crime Fest, Icebreaker will follow the same structure. Means content every other day. Get a glimpse of what to expect each day. So, content every other day. So, that means that this will be content. This won't be content. This will be content. This won't be content, obviously. But this will. So, we're going to have 3 days of content, and then 2 days of... One on day 4 is a Twitch stream, so that means whatever's on day 2 is going to be interesting. Because it's not a Twitch stream, but it's also not like, I don't know, I've never seen this symbol before, so I can't really say what it is. It could be build up for day 3. So really we'll just have day 1 masks, build up for day 3, which is the new heist. Twitch stream to talk about it, and then day 5 could be more information on Bane. Again, this is all speculation. Go back to the post. Starting today until the 19th of August, Pay the Heist, Payday 2, and Payday 2 Ultimate Edition will be on discount, so get it. Tell your friends, lift them out of the pool, and get them in front of the computer. Who needs tan anyway? And then everybody's... You've been wanting that Payday 3, boys, and then, yeah. So now, we'll go over to my profile, over here, and then go through the achievements. That's Gary's mod, I'm an idiot. It looked similar. I was confused, there was like, I don't have 900 hours on Payday 2. I have 2,000. So, and then we go all the way down over here. I know there's a lot that I haven't completed. A natural occurring crystalline, organically solid with an ordered structure. It fits the properties of a mineral. Now, I'll leave that to you guys because I have no idea what that's about. But yeah, that's about it. So unless they release a trailer in a few days, this is probably the only video you'll see. They might release maybe a few other pictures, which I'll cover another day. So not tomorrow, but the next day. So that'd probably be the 11th. And then on the 13th, we'll have our stuff ready. Again, this is probably, I don't know, it has potential to be a good event just because it's like kind of like a one-off, you know. It won't be too big, but it has potential of, you know, bringing more, I don't know, fun to the game again. I know, I guess I'll be playing Payday 2 for a bit, just to get ready for the event and everything. But, yeah. Anyways, again, leave your speculations in the comments below. Again, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be... My speculation on it being No Mercy, I guess, was kind of far-fetched, just based on the sound. I know, it sounds similar to me, but I could be wrong. But yeah, give your thoughts on what the new heist or the new event, what's going to be all these things. We obviously know that these are going to be masks or something. I guess it's just day 2 that people are going to be speculating, and then the heist, and then whatever the hostage thing at the end means. But yeah, that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed this little video. Not much to really talk about. And yeah, see you guys in the next video, because I guess we're doing Payday 2 content for a bit. Again. Great.